There we go. Okay. We good? All right. So, thanks everybody for coming out. Those that are here early. It's all for me, I guess, I suppose, you know. I'm very humbled by everybody's participation today and everything. I'd like to start the show with my very good friend, Mr. Dave Pomeroy.
All right. Thank you, Frank. It's my honor to be part of this. You know, this is what makes Nashville different from a lot of other places, that we're not afraid to help each other. And these kind of events really bring us together. And so I'm going to do some tunes for you here, because many years ago I saw John Hartford playing solo, opening for Don Williams, playing a banjo solo in front of 10,000 people. And I thought, if he can do that with a banjo, I could sure play bass by myself in front of a few folks. So I've been doing this now for a long time. And this is a song that kind of kicked a lot of things off. Guy Clark came back from the Kerrville Folk Festival and played me this song with a very straight face. I got a hold of it, rearranged it, and the writer, Emily Cates, was kind enough to make me a co-writer. And then a few years later, Chet Atkins came to hear me play one night, and then he recorded the song as the day Fingerpickers took over the world. The title of the last album, but this is the original version. And it goes like this. The change was subtle and the mood was low-key. The sky was overcast, you couldn't hardly see. But the creatures all slid down to a slower frequency. The day the bass players took over the world, they came pouring out of symphonies, orchestras and bands, and every other kind of combo ever known to man. And although it was spontaneous, you'd think it was planned when the bass players took over the world. One day the bass players decided to uprise, tired of being sidemen to all those other guys. So we kidnapped the horn section, spiked the drummer strings, and tied up the guitar players with the big old flat wound strings. Yes, we did. One day the bass players decided to uprise, tired of being stepped on by all this techno jive. So we erased the memories of all those drum machines and locked away the keyboards and those sampling things. You know, it was the right thing to do, and I'm glad we did it. Because if you got a computer with a little button on it with a picture of a bass and you press it and it goes bonk, that's not a bass. This is a bass. They're readily available, good for your soul. And just remember, the next time you're out there dancing, if the bass player wasn't making the drummer sound like music, you would not be dancing. And so the world was finally set free. The animals all hung out and interacted fretlessly. And the air began to vibrate with such a deep tonality. The day the bass players took over the world, the day the bass players took over the world, the bass players are taking over the world. Could it get any weirder? Maybe it would be a good thing. Might be today. The day the bass players took over the world. As part of my silly little, why not try to do it all on the bass thing, over the years I've written quite a few of what I sometimes call bass folk songs, which are sort of like, if you can imagine Doc Watson in slow motion maybe. But this is the latest one, and these things just kind of fall out of the sky. I don't know exactly where they come from, but this is one that I wrote thinking about what's going on in the world, and there's certainly a lot of stuff to complain about, but this is a song that's about the good stuff, and it's called Grateful. Thank you. You know the old joke about how many basses does a bass player need? Just one more. You know, they're kind of like my children, and let's just put it this way, there's about 45 more at the house that are mad as hell today. Took him last time! So this is a song that was written by Guy Clark, Susanna Clark, and Richard Dobson. And I played on Guy's version of it, and Emmylou Harris sang harmony on it, and that was one of the things that led me to have the good fortune to get to work with Emmylou in the studio. But this is a great song, and it speaks for itself. Right. Hang on. Here. All right. And I have these little boxes, and they occasionally have a mind of their own, as it just did, but will behave. Oh, don't go backwards on me now. There we go. It's like when you're making conversation, and you're trying not to scream, and you're trying not to tell them that you don't care what they mean, and you're really feeling fragile, and you know you can't get home, and you really feel abandoned, but you want to be alone. Old friends shine like diamonds. Old friends you can always call. Old friends, Lord, you can't buy 'em. You know it's old friends after all. And when the house is empty and the lights begin to fade and there's nothing to protect you except the window shade, it's hard to put your finger on the thing that scares you most, because you don't know the difference between an angel and a ghost. Old friends shine like diamonds. Old friends you can always call. Old friends, Lord, you can't buy 'em. You know it's old friends after all. Friends, they're all you need. Old friends, you know who you are. All right, thank you. All right, well, now we're going to get weird. All right. So this is an instrumental that's on my most recent record, which is called Angel in the Ashes. And this is a song that was inspired by some of the sounds in these crazy boxes of mine. And you know, I believe that instrumental songs have meaning too. And this song is called Pendulum. And it's thinking about life, the bad, the good, the middle. A lot of time the good stuff's in the middle, said the bass player. So I want to dedicate this to Frank because we know he's on the upper swing of this pendulum. Get all my little guys squared away here. All right. Wish me luck. I'll tell you what. We're among friends. I'm gonna start to do. I think it'll be worth it. All right, one more time. Come on. Come on, little buddy. There we go. And now for something completely different. Was that Monty Python?
Yes.
Monty Python. Got it. So a little while ago, back in April, I went out to Los Angeles for a couple of days for a couple of really good reasons. One was to see my son Seth, who's living out there now, and the other was to see Regina McCrary and her sisters singing background on about 75 songs with Willie Nelson at the Hollywood Bowl over 2 nights, and it was really quite amazing. And while I was out there, I got inspired as I was waiting for my son to come pick me up for the first night at the Hollywood Bowl. I got inspired by just, whoa, hey. Who's that? Oh, I know. Hello. Yes, nice to see you. So I got really inspired just thinking about Willie Nelson and how unbelievable his life has been. So I wrote a song about Willie. It goes like this. I'm thinking about Willie and all he has done and all that is given in his life of song. He's 90 years old and 20 years young. I'm thinking about Willie and all he has done. And he's still an outlaw ahead of his time. And he wrote the songs that live in our minds. Sings from the heart in his Texas way. And gave us much more than we could ever repay. I'm thinking about Willie and all he has done and all that is given with his life of song. He's 90 years old, but 20 years young. I'm thinking about Willie and all he has done. He's done it all, made his own rules. He's still a dreamer, but nobody's fool. A brother to Bobby, and buddy to Paul. He takes care of his people, and he loves us all. At his birthday party, we all had a ball. Thinking about Willie and all he has done and all that is given in his life a song. He's 90 years old, but 20 years young. I'm thinking about Willie and all he has done. Yes, I'm thanking you, Willie. Long may you run. I'm thinking about Willie. I mean, that's the least we can do for Willie Nelson, right?
Right on.
All right. This next tune is the title track of my most recent solo record. For anybody who still has a CD player or a DVD player, you can go online at davepomeroy.com and boost my sales dramatically. And all my products are million sellers. I got 1 million in my cellar. But this is a song that was a result of all the amazing outpouring of love and support that I got when I had my house fire back in 2009. My friend Ben Silas came to me with this idea, and we wrote this together, and I recorded it and made it the title track of my most recent record. It's called Angel in the Ashes. Oh, yeah. There we go. After the fire, life begins again. That's when you find out who really are your friends. Starting over, pushing back the fear. Out of the darkness, a shining light appears, and the smoke begins to clear. There's an angel in the ashes, a hero rising up. Everything happens for a reason, to teach us how to love, to teach us how to love. There's a chapter in everybody's book when second chances make you take a closer look. When you feel broken and you're losing faith, don't stop believing, 'cause help is on the way. It's getting closer every day. There's an angel in the ashes, a phoenix rising up. Everything happens for a reason, to teach us how to love, to teach us how to love. Out of the clear blue sky, it can all burn down, down, down. Don't waste time wondering why. Look up from the ground, take a look around, 'cause there's an angel in the ashes, a phoenix rising up. Everything happens for a reason, to teach us how to love, to teach us how to love. There's an angel in the ashes. All right, thank you. Yeah, that was an amazing time. I'd just been elected president of the Musicians Union, and the day after I was sworn in, my house caught fire. There were those that thought maybe it was not an accident, but it was. We were able, I had to get the fire people over twice to explain to all those that were sure somebody was trying to knock me off, that that was not the case. Thank you. So I'm just going to do a couple more for you here. This next song is the first song that the beautiful, lovely Regina McCrary and I wrote together. And we figured we'd start out small as far as subject matter goes. So we wrote a song called World Peace. Because we figured, hey, start there and work our way up, right? So I'm going to ask Regina to come out and sing with me on this, if she will. Yeah. And I'm guessing this mic over here probably is the best one, babe. Ladies and gentlemen, Regina McCrary.
This one? Okay.
And this is another one of our little box tunes, so hopefully the boxes will cooperate, as they should. That's the one, okay. All right. So, a little something for the people. World peace. All right. Good. Doing its thing. Don't do that. Please. World peace, that's what we want to see. World peace, love for your brother. World peace, care for your sister.
World peace.
Give back to Mother Earth.
You can talk all day, you can talk all night, but words are not enough to make things right. We gotta come together as one human race and put our faith in God and His amazing grace. World peace, world peace, world peace,
That's what we want to see. Start again here.
world peace,
Love for your brother.
world peace,
Care for your sister.
world peace.
Give back to Mother Earth. Yeah. Talk about world peace. Love for your brother.
World peace,
Care for your sister.
world peace,
Give back to Mother Earth. Yeah. Talk on to make a new start. There's nothing we can't do when we come from the heart. What brings us together is music and love. And everything that's good comes from up above. Talk about world peace. World peace. World peace. That's what we want to see. World peace. Love for your brother.
World
peace. Care for your sister.
world peace.
Give back to Mother Earth. Yeah.
Come on, put your hands together.
Everyone all around the world
Yeah,
to be free. The universe is calling out to us.
every race,
Every creed, there's no time to disagree.
starts with you, starts with me. That's the only way we'll see world peace.
World peace. World peace. That's what we want to see. Yeah.
World peace,
Love for your brother.
world peace,
Care for your sister.
world peace.
Give back to Mother Earth.
Yeah, world peace,
World peace.
world peace,
World peace.
world peace.
World peace now.
Yeah, world peace,
World peace.
world peace,
World peace.
world peace.
World peace now.
World peace,
Love for your brother.
world peace,
Care for your sister. Give back to Mother Earth. Yeah. World peace. Love for your brother. Care for your mother. Give back to Mother Earth. Yeah. Let's talk about world peace. All right. Now, thank you. All right.
We need that to go out across the world.
Yeah.
Love.
We're going to do one more for you here, and I just want to say one more time, it's so special that we're able to do these things for each other in Nashville. It doesn't happen like this in other places. It just doesn't. I mean, I'm a military kid. I travel all around the world. toured all around the world. There's no place that takes care of each other like we do here, and we have to remember that. There's a lot of stuff that we can complain about, but we got to keep loving each other. So, just no sermon there. All right, so way back when, from 1961 to 64, we lived in England. And, yeah, cool, blimey, it was lovely. Yes, and you know, so I got a 2-year head start on the Beatles. And, you know, wow, I had no idea that was a job. So, you know, when the Beatles decided that they didn't need to tour anymore, didn't want to tour anymore, is it me? I've made some funny sounds, but I don't remember that one. Oh, yeah. Something going on. Interesting. Hey, I love new sounds. Oh, there we go. That's what's going on. It's always something. So, anyway, to get to the point, Revolver was the first album the Beatles made where they said, we can do whatever we want because we ain't going on the road no more. And so I thought, well, why not? Why not? That seems like a good starting point for a solo bass tune. I don't know what I was thinking. But in any case, this is a song that John Lennon famously sang laying on the ground singing into a Leslie. I don't have that together, but maybe next time. All right, here we go. Sorry. You know, I'm going to ask the judges for a redo here.
Granted.
We're too close to the front to get it wrong. Here we go. One more time. Lay down all thoughts very much. Appreciate it. It's all about Frank.